So this is where we're going to get my facial and my eyebrows done. My aunt's gonna be my cameraman today. You wanna say hi?
You look like the Amish people.
I look like an Amish person?
Yeah.
That's my people. No.
Yeah. That woman is beautiful face, no makeup, nothing.
Yeah, which is
Natural.
not fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, natural.
All right, we're starting with our micro. And we're going to use our skincare line here at Beauty and the Beard Salon and Spa. We use Blissoma, which is holistic, all organic, vegan, gentle skincare. And I really like it with our microderm that we do here. And this is just our mild rice facial cleanser. It does not suds up, but it's going to help get any impurities. And since she came barefaced to me, she doesn't have any makeup on, so I'm not going to use the one that removes makeup. But this is still strong enough to remove makeup gently. And then we're also going to use a hot towel. Get my hands off here. This should be nice and toasty. One of the best parts.
I love this part.
Woo! Actually, she's pretty toasty.
That's open and everything.
It's just going to help open up her pores because we are going to do some extractions. My girl here, though, is extremely good about taking care of her skin. For sure. If you've seen any of her videos and her skincare dumps, you know, I think she can put Sephora and Ulta out of business.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to put a toner on her today as well. Anytime I use anything that has any heat like that, it opens up the pores. I'm going to use a toner just to help balance the pH level of her skin.
That's always smells so good too.
I know. Alright, we're going to do extraction. So I'm going to put on my gloves here. Just let me dry up my hands. What are you, cold?
No, just trying to get more comfy. Just to relax the part. Getting my face pinched and dug at.
If any of you guys love watching, you know, like Dr. Pimple Popper, this is it. This is the stuff.
It's gonna be your jam right here, watching all the gunk squeeze out my face.
Let's see if I can get these gloves on. I got big old man hands.
Everything is very, very clean.
Oh yes.
A nice person.
Look at her giving you compliments.
Thanks. I'll tell my bosses that. Let's get some witch hazel here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover her eyes with some eye rounds. Just because I'm going to bring the bright light in closer. So, make sure her eyes are closed. And these are just damp so they mold better to the face. They'll most likely move around. It happens. And anytime I have a client who's really sensitive to light, if they need more eye coverings, you know, I ask them if it's too bright. She's pretty good though. Now we've got a little guy up here. If you want to come in closer, you can totally take a look. Let's see if anything wants to come out of this one. It may not. She's been doing really good. No, not too much. Oh, let's see what we got.
Isabella like that. She like everything very close.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can get anything out. Any of her pores. Girl, you may have to stop using that toner, or I'm not gonna be able to have any fun. Let's take a look over here. A little bit. She used to be a minefield. When I say it was like Christmas for me, it was Christmas. Maybe tilt your face just a little bit this way. Perfect. This side she usually gets some stuff, but girl, I'm not seeing as much. We do have one right here. Let's see if anything wants to come out of them. Not really. Holy moly. Who is she? You have like nothing.
Thank you, Glow Recipe Watermelon Toner.
Oh, there's one. There. The smallest. It's hard to see it, but we got the smallest amount. See if there's any more. Also, we'll say your eyebrows grew back on your ends.
Yeah, I was like rubbing them off, studying, being stressed.
Listen, anyone that's in nursing school, I understand. But you can't rub your eyebrows off while you're studying. All right, we got some right here by your nose. Ooh. I know those don't feel so good, but it's worth it. You see all that gunk on there? That's some good stuff. A few more. Ooh, girl. I found it. Look at all that.
My nose gets really oily though, so.
Yeah. Plus wearing all these masks. Maskne is a thing.
Yeah.
I have so many clients coming to me that, you know, they've never had acne in their entire life and they're like, why am I breaking out? Well, it's because we have these masks on. Not everybody always cleans their masks or disposes of them when they're supposed to. You know, they'll reuse them a lot. And then we're breathing in that same stuff, and depend on what sort of environments we're in, we're going to get acne.
Or they just throw it in their purse or throw it in the car somewhere.
Yep. And we're all guilty of it. I have so many people, they come up to me and they're like, what do I do? I said, just clean your face real good. Make sure you're replacing your masks. Do what you need to do. Oh, did you see all that? Sorry, girl, I'm beating you up on this side.
I wish I could see it. It's so satisfying to feel it being squeezed out, though.
Just this.
Isabella eat too much grease.
Wow.
Listen, I'd have a lot then, too. I actually do.
Me too.
All right, let's get this side. Well, this side's not as bad. We'll see. And she's my pale Latina. She turns nice and pink for me. Ooh. This side's not as bad. Have you been sleeping on this side more? That could happen too. Sometimes, you know, depends on which side you sleep on.
I'm definitely a stomach sleeper, though.
Same. I almost do what I call the running man position when I sleep.
That's how I sleep, too.
One leg up, one leg down, one leg, or one arm up, one arm wrapped around a pillow. My poor husband goes, can you save some room for me? And I tell him no. It's me and the dog. And I got a 6'4" husband that's just curled up on the side. Oh, here we go. I think we got one right here. Yeah, there's a little one. This is one of the best parts. Getting all the, almost said the juices. That ain't it. This way. Yeah, you're barely have anything. It's just a little bit. And she's really good about getting her micros done. She's really good about maintaining good skincare. Alright, I'll have you look straight ahead. You'll notice she's pretty pink. That's normal. I just squeezed all the gunk out of her. This, some hot soapy water, put it in my disinfectant here. Alright, now we're going to do the micro.
The best part. Give me the scratchies.
So there's going to be a sound you're going to hear. This is the Microderm. This is the machine. I have a pen right here. And what happens is, when I put this tip onto her skin, it blows through one of these tubes. Let me see, it's the white tube. So the white tube blows these crystals onto her skin, and then the black tube is also sucking it back up. So what it's doing is it's basically, it's in the name, it's causing her microabrasions on the surface of the skin. So it allows her skin to repair itself. It allows better penetration of products. It can help reduce acne, scarring, fine lines, melasma, stuff like that. So it kind of feels like a cat, you know, licking you. It's kind of a weird sensation, or like if you got sand on your face. And she will be pink after this. But we're gonna start right here on her forehead. And you're gonna notice it's gonna leave some crystals behind. That's normal. I'm gonna brush those off afterwards. And when I do this, I do it in sections. And the direction I go, I always want to head towards the temple. Or upwards and out. Just like when you do your skincare, you always want to go up and out. And I'll tell you what, the day after you do a micro, you can put your makeup on. Holy moly, does your makeup go on like a cloud. I'll see some girls that come in on Saturday, and then I see them at church the next day, and they're like, oh, my makeup is so pretty. And I'm like, oh, you know, you're welcome. Alright, I'm just going to tug your nose here. Notice again, I'm going straight towards the temples here, following the contours, the natural contours of her face. Go up, little hatch marks. This side. Just gonna stretch. Hit the neck a little bit. You can even do it on backs. You can do it on chest. People who have scarring in those areas. I'll flip this off. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush off all this. I'm actually going to back this up a little bit. I'm going to remove the eye round. She knows to keep her eyes closed for me. Just easier for me to knock all this off. I'm just going to use a little face brush and really get in there. And when I do this, I do want to be not harsh, but I do want to be purposeful. Trying to make sure I get all these little corundum crystals off of her, just because if not, she's going to go home feeling sandy, and we don't really need that. So if you're an esthetician out there, don't be afraid to get in all the nooks and crannies. Your clients will appreciate it. Make sure I'm feeling, if I feel any. I'm still thinking about that pasta you were talking about. So if you hear my stomach, whoops. There's a little bit right there. All right. Now her skin feels like velvet. That's what we want. Now I'm gonna go in with my mask here. This is the Lavish Loving Recovery Beta Glucan mask. This is like a multi-use purpose mask. It's great for healing properties. It can be used even on the ends of hair. It can be used on your hands and feet if they're really dry. Like I said, it can be used everywhere, but I like to use it because it has a cooling factor to it, and it really just helps plump the skin up, hydrate the skin, because we kind of made it pretty dehydrated. We just sucked all that off of it, and she has a few dry spots that we're now going to help repair. I'm going to go in nice, create a nice layer. This mask is amazing in the wintertime for sure. If you get like dry skin anywhere, especially with wearing these masks now, this is gonna for sure help and just start evening your skin tone out and getting all that dryness out of there. Feel bad you're not getting one.
It's okay.
Next time.
It's nice.
Might have to treat her after being my camera person.
Mm-hmm. Normally I don't have this light on too right above your, my client's face, but because we're filming, I'm going to show you everything.
This just feels so hydrating. Like, it literally feels like there's just like so much moisture in this on my skin. I love it.
It's like one of those really hot days and you just need to jump in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. And now I'm going to massage it into her skin. And when I do my massages, everything has a purpose to it. We want to detoxify the skin gently, so we're going to push everything basically towards the temple area because that is a draining point in your lymphatic system. But we also want to relax the muscles and push the product into the skin so it has a chance to work. Really getting in there into her muscles. Oh, you're tight on this side.
Yeah, I like grind my teeth in my sleep, and I know I clench my jaw a lot, like with tension and stress.
Mm-hmm. This side for sure. Just putting some pressure on it.
This is so relaxing.
Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorite. If I'm just putting moisturizer on my face, I'll do what's called the infinity loop here. I get migraines sometimes, and this, I don't know, it just kind of helps relieve some of it, especially if you get one of those that are like right behind the eye. Or if you have any sinus headaches, this with anything that's a little minty, not on your skin, but like if you put something that has some oil like near your wrist, that way you're getting that menthol feeling. But obviously not directly on your eye area because that would be terrible. That's gonna burn, baby. Here called waltzing the face.
The waltz.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to drag down, I'm just allowing my fingers to, go around her face, but when I come up, I'm actually pulling up. Like I said, everything towards your temple area. You'll notice her skin is soaking up that mask as well. I'll put some pressure. We just gave her a hand and arm massage. We let her have some privacy on that one. Enjoy the moment.
Is recording?
Yes.
Oh, I love the warm towel.
Now people can do warm towels at home. Run some hot water, put it underneath. If it's not warm enough, pop it in the microwave for like 30 seconds. Be careful if you take it out so you don't burn yourself. Make sure it's appropriate temperature. If you're not sure and you don't want to put it on your face right away, test it by putting the towel against your wrist. Just like how you would check like baby formula. If you have to warm it up, same way. That way you know if it's too warm or not. Look at how hydrated her skin is. Bring this bright light back over, okay? Make sure we got nothing in the nose. Don't need no boogie looking.
Eye boogers.
None of that.
Nice, Isabella.
It smells good and it feels good.
Yes, and that's our toning, our hydration toner. That's great for all skin types, but it's mainly if you're really dry as well. That's really gonna help. And this I'm gonna put on her is our Restore Deep Healing Oil. This is what I like to put on everybody. It's got vitamin E and vitamin A in it with a little bit of vitamin C as well, and it's gonna really help repair the skin. It is an oil, so it will have a slick to it. And I just like to push it into the skin really, and then I'm gonna rub it through.
I mean, all this stuff isn't like fragrance, but it has a nice scent to it.
Yeah,
Like
more
just
natural.
the ingredients.
It smells very
Yeah.
good.
So there's some items you do want to be careful with. Like obviously people really like to buy Chanel and Dior products, but the thing is they do fragrance with perfume, their skincare products. So my sensitive skin girls, be very careful because that can really cause some irritation, especially after doing something like this. You want to really stick to your basics. We put some eye cream on while we let that sit for a second.
So what are stuff that you want to tell people to like avoid putting on your face after a micro?
So when you do a micro, you really do want to be careful with anything that has retinoids in it, any retinols, because that can damage the skin. You do want to make sure you're putting on sunscreen for sure, because we just, you know, basically scraped your skin. So we took off that dead layer of skin. This is the eye cream I'm putting on her right now. And so you really want to be gentle. Don't use anything that has harsh fragrances in it. Anything that's just super clean. Anything that's calming. Aloe products are great for the skin. Obviously a lot of our Blissoma stuff is amazing for the skin just because it is so natural and it's so gentle. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
It's slightly orangish, but it also helps reduce the dark blue coloration that we get from our dark circls. So it has a little bit of an orange hue. It doesn't stain the skin, but it just tries to help combat the look of having dark circles as well. They're thinking ahead. I'll put some lip cream on her. While we still let the serum set for a few. Any client that I have come in here, even if they're just getting their eyebrows done, and if they got chapped lips, I'm like, hey, can I put some lip cream on you?
Yeah, she's
That's like my biggest
chapped lip police over here.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves, and people coming in with chapped lips. I'm like, ooh, girl, let me help you, please. And now that we're getting into the colder months, don't be afraid to put, when you put your chapstick on or your lip balm on at night, don't be afraid to go outside the lines a little. Because that skin is, you know, that skin also needs hydrated. So you can kind of look funky when you're putting your chapstick on. And tell them you're just, you know, you're preparing your skin so you don't get wrinkles in the future.
I'm all about anti-aging.
And now I'm actually going to go with my Pure Sensitive Skin Complex. I think this will be really good for the colder day today. Normally I go with the Lift Intelligent Energy Cream by Blissoma, but this one's for sensitive skin. It kind of almost smells like oats. But this is a little bit more moisturizing, and since today's chillier,
it still feels very light though.
Yes. I'm just going to gently massage this in. Off the list. Alright, and last but not least, I'm going to put some sunscreen on. Anytime you get a microderm or any facial done, you need to make sure that you are putting sunscreen on, at least something that has 30 SPF or more. for the next 48 to 20 or 24 to 48 hours. And that's because, like I said, we, you know, took that top layer of skin off. So you want to make sure your skin's nice and protected. Don't use anything that's too heavily fragranced either. Even if it's dark outside. Not saying it's midnight, but even if there's clouds, there's still sun. And I know my girl here loves her sunscreen. What do you use, Shiseido?
I use Shiseido, and I've been using the Tula one lately that gives the skin a nice glow. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, the face look beautiful.
Yes. Nice and plump and hydrated. She's gonna be pink, that's normal. You know, I just, you know, I got all that out of her skin, all the gunk. And now
That's so beautiful. Yeah.
I love the commentary. And like I said, she's gonna be a little pink also, just from me scraping her face, but brows are good. Skin is good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wash my hands here. But that's all we do for our micros here, nothing too crazy. And like I said, the next day you can put on makeup. You know, I usually say the first day you shouldn't really wear too much, keep your skin nice and clean, but you know, if you gotta go to work or you gotta go to church or something like that, you can 100% put some makeup on. And stick with your normal cleansing, you know, and moisturizing routine that you have at home. But I know she's got a full getup. Her skin shows. She gets her micros done, how often? About every 3 to 4 weeks?
Yeah, sometimes twice a month, depending if my skin is, you know.
Yeah, and it's really shown because when she first started coming to me, she had, I'm gonna throw you under the bus. You had a lot of clogged pores, blackheads, and whiteheads all over, especially on your forehead and on your chin. And we used to spend like a good 15 minutes just, you know,
Digging in my face.
getting at you real good, and now that maybe took like 5 minutes.
If that.
Yeah, exactly. And not every single pore produced anything. So she's really good with her skincare, guys. It proves, it shows.
Oh, thank you.
Other than that, that would be the end of our micro. Do you have any questions or anything for me?
No.
She could probably answer more than I can.
Okay, guys, so this is my face right now. It looks kind of crazy because she did squeeze my face and everything. But yeah, this is where I go to get my micros every month and everything. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you when I see you. Bye.
It's okay, don't pay attention, that's my phone. That's all the time is out. When you come home, nobody
This is
call
the
me.
song we danced to at my wedding.
When you come home, nobody call me. When it's outside, everybody call me.
Uh-huh. That's how it happens when they come in here. Most of the time, nothing
Thank
happens.
you. I'm busy right now.
Tell them you're a filmmaker.
Yeah, I'm
You're
filming.
directing, you're
Yeah.
filming, you're producing.
My knees are pretty beautiful.
I'm making her do crunches.
Crunches, sit-ups.
Not only.
That's music, I like it. It's relaxing. It's Christian music.
Christmas music?
Christian.
Christian?
That's music. That music is Christian.
No, this is just spa music.
Relaxing.
Yeah,
music.
relaxing.
That is my beautiful Isabella.
She right.